Hello, this is Kim Caldwell. We are doing our next video in our entity clearing, entity consciousness workshop. Okay, here's a question for you. Have you ever wondered if when people are super annoying, there are entities involved? Here is the answer for you. I think yes. So this is really fascinating because we're going through a time now where more and more people are spending a lot more time alone. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There is no judgment in that. I spend a lot of time alone, and that is good. But the question is, if we are having really tough dealings with people, are there entities involved? And we look at this and we ask this question. I would like to first say, if there is an addiction, if a person's dealing with addiction, really start asking the question, is this an entity? Is there an entity on me? Is there an entity that loves to see me go into this addictive behavior, whatever it is? And start asking that question. Now, with that said, always seek great professional help. I'm not a doctor, but this is another way to look at things, and this is a way that you could possibly add to the help that we're doing. When a person's really depressed, is there an entity involved? It's very highly possible. So if we look at that, we look at another way to get help and to get healing, because when we ask for help, we get it. When a person is dealing, when a person is dealing with fighting with someone over and over again, can you take a deep breath and feel into that and ask the angels and guides? Can you say, is there an entity here that loves to see us fight and that loves to feed off this? And then if we start calling the help for that entity to move along, to move on to somewhere else, maybe to move to the light, wherever we get help in this way, is it possible that those fights get less and less? I would like to say from my experience, and you test it out from yourself, this is true. There are entities, and then I would like to say that in my life now I've gotten to the point where I will say to people, hey, there's an entity making you very angry right now, and come at me. And when you say that to someone, they're like, and this is not about shame and blame. This is about consciousness and waking up to what could be going on. As you start to work with this, it's really powerful and it's really fascinating. Okay, so we know that entities could possibly be involved in addictions, and we know that entities could possibly be involved in fighting and not getting along with people. Could entities be having people call you really upset and in their worst place to distract you from getting done what you want to get done, your mission, your things that you really want to do? Ask that question. Okay, so when this starts to come up and we start to realize that this is going on, here is a fabulous tool you can use. Again, you can use the breath work, and then again, I'm going to mention this dude, John Kreider, and his breath process because it's powerful. Which is simple. You breathe in slowly, counting to 10, or at your own pace. You'll pace yourself, you'll learn your 10. You count to 5 while you hold the breath, and then you release your breath counting to 5. Now, the interesting thing is when you breathe in, you're going to create a vacuum, and you're going to focus on the Dantian area, and you're going to be pulling energy in. So if you've been dealing with, so you're breathing in, counting to 10, and you're sucking your stomach in while you do it. So if you've been dealing with a situation for 10 years where you fight with the same person, because, you know, we're human. We're going to have bickerments. And when that happens, you make them aware that, hey, and if they're not the type of person that you can speak freely with, then you'll have to use your own discernment and do what you want. For me, I've just gotten to the point now where, since I've been fooling with studying these entities for 2 years, I just say to someone, hey, while you're kind of screaming at me, because when people are starting to scream and things are getting ugly, there's an entity involved. Obviously, if you're not safe around someone, move away from them. My people, we're screamers. It happens. Okay, but I'm working on clearing that. Anyway, so when this is going on and you alert them, hey, there's an entity feeding off of all this that's going on. Nobody wants to be food for somebody else. So that stops people and they calm down right there. And then you, in your own quiet, powerful, light, manifesting self, start doing that breath work. In for 10 while sucking in, and you're taking back your energy, holding, and while you focus on draining that entity that is giving y'all problems, you watch it. It's beautiful, and it takes a little practice, and I did make a video with the breath work you can look at, and definitely check out more of John Kreider's books. Also, sometimes we're so beaten down by, I'm just going to say entities, clear, that there needs help, there needs intervention. So I am going to give you the web link to a man who 3 days a week does entity clearings in a group session while healing on the whole body. He's just phenomenal. I just adore him. And I'm going to give you a link to him, and his name's Christopher Macklin. He's phenomenal. Anyway, and he does it on donation basis only. So if a person, and I love that. So if a person is in a really down place financially, they can just get the help, and then when they start getting their money, they'll be able to, you know, help and donate again. So all good. Of course, he does sessions with people where he charges. All good. All right, that's a lot of food for thought. Get creative in your life. Look and see some things that are going on that maybe entities are involved in that you're not even aware of. I mean, you know, sky's the limit. Also, be sure to look at the video that I've made on clearing curses. Curses are huge, and all curses are is when someone gets mad at someone else and they send some energy. So this is something humans do every day because we're human, and, you know, we're doing the best we can with this. All right, play with it. Check out the links I'm going to give you so you can get hooked up with anything you need. I hope this helps you in marvelous ways, and I send you peace and blessings. Thank you, Kim. Hopefully on to the next video.